I'm starting the recording. I want to discuss a bit sunflower. I spent a little bit time for investigations this project because probably a half year ago I wanted to launch a similar conception, but I scared because it is really DDoS for network. And they launched I don't know, they're brave enough or stupid enough, but they did it, and their tokenomic depends on gas fees, gas price, because they literally said they allowed multi accounts, and they did nothing for um, preventing bot usage. I don't know why. Probably they wanted to more initial deposits and user accounts, and obviously they made a noise, and probably it is the reason of their success. I don't know. I don't know. But it is interesting precedent. I don't know similar project exists on the Binance Smart Chain or the chains. I don't know. But it is the conception of game without side chain, because you can see that all popular games run some side chain and do everything on their personal network and just syncing periodically. Um, and it is a naive idea launch the game on the network, even uh, Polygon, where fees was cheap. But um, it is interesting experiment. Let's see what they will do for resolving it. We in touch with devs, uh, and as you know, we launched LP farming for them. It is nothing special, just uh, get some hype on this. We got a lot of users just for launching a uh, little vault with little rewards. Yeah, I guess nice marketing. Um, okay, let's see questions. We have only one question since the last May. Who do you consider biggest influence in crypto, person or app? Uh, do you know if you go deeply in this environment, in the Twitters and social networks, you will see that it is like a mafia of Andrea. um, Guys who involved uh, in their projects, Andrea, Bantek, Daniel. Uh, I can't say that they're the best developers in the world or something like this, but obviously they are attracting a lot of developers around their projects, and because they was first, it is just they have power, and with this power they can open AIPs, they can develop something that will be mainstream, because sometimes you use something not because it is the best. I mean DeFi, but because you won't be integrated. You need to use Uniswap interface because everybody uses it. You need to use your vault's conception because it is the de facto standard, and as you can so in our Discord somebody shares the link that I guess it was Painter. Yeah, they finally create a heap for votes. It's very good. And uh, answer for this question, yeah, Bantek and Andre very powerful. But if you if we're talking about the best Schiller, I guess it is Elon Musk, of course, with Dogecoin. It is so weird, and I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I guess it is better than nothing. Okay, it is better than nothing, but I don't know the reasons why he's doing it. Okay. Um. Uh, on Sunflower, please make more efficient if you move to implement something. Of course, yield farmer platforms are damaged the most from this situation because do you know for uh, 4 or 5 months science launch we spent around $3,000 for fees, for all fees, deploy, do hard works, everything. And for last week, we spent another 3,000 for fees. They literally steal my money. Um, okay, uh, and and this situation can be resolved only on their side, only with migration on another contract. With current contract, they can't do anything. Probably they can make uh, not so low cap farm on one account, because now you can farm around I don't know 10 sunflower tokens per account for a day. It is not interesting. What is it? $30. Uh, users from Ethereum even not touch this. What? $30. But if you have 1,000 accounts, just make sense, because if you will calculate profitability, you can earn uh, around 10% per day if you doing all right. It is more profitable than Klima. But of course, it depends on gas fees. Um, what I can do, yes, I developed a solution, on-chain solution for optimization. I tried to develop a strategy for it, but this is just not a lot of profit. We can farm gold token. We can farm something around 100 accounts with factory contracts, but it is still very complex, and I'm not sure that it will be popular. It is low income. You can attract, I don't know, 10,000 TVL, probably 100,000 TVL, but um, I prefer to focus on something more valuable strategies. Especially Farm of their platform is mm, they can change at any moment something, and it it is unstable. Okay, as I see they working on the solution, and also Polygon team, as I understand, they set up for all nodes default gas price is 500, as they did for 30 gas price probably a half year ago. Um, as I know, they didn't announce it, but it is obviously if you try to use default gas price, it will be 500. And now, de facto, it is a standard gas price on Polygon. Mm, Probably it resolve the problem a bit. Probably a bit better last days. Okay, enough about sunflower. um, um, I think at minimum they just increase the save timer. It will. Okay, again about sunflower. They can't. Their contract unchangeable. Um, um, yeah, Lunch asked what was the reason for the upgrade to the IMB strategies. The reason was we used very low gap between rebalancing. Uh, okay, what happened on background? When we launched, we used a ratio for rebalancing around 5% of price change. Um, and these settings was unable to change without redeploy. So we redeploy the strategy, and I didn't say it, but pay uh, we add our tokens for cover the gap 0, 0.2 around 0.2 repay fees because any deploy of strategies require a full withdrawal, of course, and we cover this from our money. It was not a lot, around don't remember $100, but price per full share price was fluctuated, and you can see at the chart that it is unstable during this process. So we move along, we make possible to change a lot of settings of pipes by governance because it's just very complex. Probably six settings that you can adjust for make things more profitable. And now we're um monitoring how everything going. No worries, we provide enough rewards, and it is little changes inside strategies, uh, something around 0.01% of assets. And now last weeks everything is fine. Yeah. Um, Looks like it is the final version of the strategy and everything stable. Um, why we didn't load rewards for Rapid BTC, for example? Um, Other assets still doesn't have enough liquidity. We can deploy a bit rewards for Rapid BTC, but uh, probably we need to do it step by step with little amount. I don't know. Sometimes liquidity exists, sometimes not. Um, to be honest, just wait a bit uh, until they will resolve this problem on the ChiliDAO side. Yeah, I guess somebody has a question. Painter, hello. Do you have a question or just okay, okay. Um, If you have more questions about AMB strategy, I can answer. Better discuss it in chat because there's complex technical questions. I can describe all nuances. Um, okay. um, Reaper Fee asks, Certico did say there are three major findings, but they are not yet resolved. Will they be? Uh, to be honest, when I okay, how audit process is going? Um, Auditors spend some time without any questions and send you a draft report and say, okay, we found blah blah blah, and I answer that okay, this is we um confirm that or not. I said I explain it with long text that it is uh, already resolved on our side. All these three major findings about um, external ownable account risks and their recommendations. It is exactly what we have. I added additional time logs for additional functions, and they still didn't mark it as resolved. I guess because, especially for PoundShop, because it is not deployed yet, it is not on production, and it is for your attention that we should deploy it with our Gnosis Safe multi-signature wallet, that we will deploy it properly. It is what you should pay attention, and I guess it is fine because PoundShop is not deployed yet. When we will live, I will ask them to mark it as resolved because I think they just can't resolve it until we go live. Probably they have another reasons. They don't explain. Just what you see in the report, I see the same. I sent them explanation, but it is not a vulnerability or mistake or something like this. It is just that we can control something. It is for our DEX solution, we can do it in another way because we should control it. You can't deploy a pair with all vaults. It will be ridiculous. It is a lot of risks. More risks if users will deploy it themselves. We need to deploy it with our Gordon's wallet. Um, okay, I expected that it will have some questions, but um, um, okay, I hope I explain it. Will you run the contract through Solidity Finance as well? S um, what is it? Probably I missed something. Solidity Finance. Oh, I don't remember what is it, or I don't know what is it. uh, any plans of getting some pools single assets vaults with interest paid in the okay, any plans of getting some pools single assets vaults with interest paid in the deposited token rather than paid out in Tether, which have higher risk of constant price dilution due to sell-off of interests? Tarut, for example, does it. Um, so complex question. Okay. Vaults with interest paid in the deposit token. Do you mean instead of auto compound and paid in Tether rewards, paid in the native token? Mm, I think I see only two options. Why we don't have auto compound for some vaults? Because we won't have buybacks. It is our conception. Buybacks and profit sharing and everything else. Uh, because we will need it for second stage. Um, Pay in the underlying. I guess better to auto compound it. Who interested in the claim rewards instead of auto component without any additional reasons? Um, I know tarot is pretty popular, and I saw at a glance on their conception, very interesting project. Uh, UI not the perfect, but I see that guys understand what they're doing. Uh, and after the Phantom launch, we will develop something on top of this platform. I just don't have time for right now. Uh, really, launch on the network. I will explain what the main advantages. Okay. Um, Answer to your question, we will. If I will find interesting conception in Tarot, we will implement it. We are flexible. We will implement anything. Phantom launch. Timeline for Teton Phantom, as previously mentioned, vote is being disabled. Oh, uh, do you mean Xdata? We will not profit sharing on Phantom. We will generate liquidity. I explained it a few times. We don't want to have different Xdata pools. The conception is we generate liquidity, and if community will decide, um, we can move this liquidity to Polygon and provide us rewards for Tattoo holders. So we will have only one X-Tattoo vault. When will folding strategies be deployed? They already deployed. On Phantom 2 already deployed 2 for Geist and Scream for both. Yeah, we still adjusting it a bit. I okay. What the main advantage on Phantom? Why we doing it so long time? Um, Phant it is a bit funny. Phantom has 9 million gas per block. You can't call contract with more than this gas limit. And Geist has unoptimized contracts. They forked our before optimization. Plus, they have additional logic for their rewards. And when you want withdraw rewards, they handle in the loop all rewards, all markets. And they added a few tokens for last month. And consumption for get rewards increased by a few millions gas. And we need to split do hard work process on two phase. First we get rewards, after that we out-compound it, and probably after that we rebalance folding, but it is the cheapest process. So right now we can call do hard work only with governance action to withdraw, claim everything, and after that do hard work. Okay, a bit technical details, but in few words, we fight with Geist and folding strategies and phantom gas limitations. um, I guess today I will deploy the last version for Geist. Scream is fine. Scream is fine, and probably we will migrate fully on Scream because Scream is support us and their rewards higher than Geist. If claim immediately, of course. And for Geist, we can deploy a bit more complex strategies with holding rewards and everything else. Mm, Holding usually depends on. Okay, it is interesting for core community of Geist, but Geist don't want to contact with us. I don't know why. Probably I don't know. Too big. I don't know. Um, Personally, I calculated profitability to holding Geist token. It is not so profitable. Better to hold Theta. um, okay, next question. Is the Theta Harvest Vault still under review? Our Vault, do you know, current Vault version is 1.8.2. We had two audits of all vaults. One on the launch and another one on around 1.5 version. It is always will be a bit changeable because I can explain why we're doing everything in one contract. Because I believe that power of tests is higher than audit. Of course, audit is very important, but by my experience, um, we had a few mistakes that three auditors didn't find. But we found it with tests. And if we use the same contract but with little changes for new functionality, like available to a deposit fee for IMB, protection mode for Clima vaults, the Xteto, what else? When we edit reward boosts, all these changes was in the same contract, and we add additional tests, and it is increase security level of this contract. Currently, our vault has I don't know 30 tests, maybe more, with different cases, different attack vectors. Some of these tests so complex. Oh my god, it is more complex than the whole framework or just one test, with different user actions in different proportions, with manipulation of external contracts and protection against different attack vectors. So the answer is we can change a little our vaults because if we need new functionality. And you can always check what we changed in our updates, in our documentation. I always Periodically, usually every month, I post updates. What we changed in the wall framework. You can find what was changed, and we make this process crystal clear for bounty hunters too. Um, because bounty hunters, it is the top security what you can have. Auditors, you should understand, uh, uh, employers of auditors, it is the same developers, and usually with lower skills than guys who launch a platform. Because if you're able to launch a platform, you will do it. You can earn much more than regular salary. You at least should try to do it. And usually auditors has middle skill developers who just make you code review. But we have three solid developers who can make a review, and probably our skill is higher than auditors' employers. I don't know. No, but usually it is very formal check. Yeah. But I understand that you should have audit. In the most cases, it is just it is just should be 20% of your security, and 80% it should be tests, bounty hunters, open source, and everything else. We have one of the highest security level on the Polygon, and across all project, I guess top 30 project with these high security ranks. Okay. Next question. Um, yeah, Solidity Finance. Yeah, it is auditor firms. Uh, I guess I respect more audits from concrete persons. When you buy audits from companies, you don't know who did it. When you buy audit from one of participants of Ethereum Foundation, uh, it is real value. If you buy audit from good developer or something like this, but it is more about um, um, mm, do you know some DEX aggregator was not agreed to add our platform without audit, without formal audit. But they need the report, PDF report from well-known company and everything else. That we are not stupid. It's just a document of your eligibility. Uh, yeah. Next time I have Scream then to introduce to the Phantom crowd. I I want to focus on Phantom marketing in the end of January. Um, I understand we need a big launch and everything else. Uh, I guess good in making better to answer to this question. I don't know or schedule. Um, uh, Cryptoga ask, I want to claim POP. It is a question for Bouncer. I'm not sure how they handle it. I guess you needed to call claim command in the Balancer channel. Um, I'm not a miner of this pop. Sorry. Will you do a 60-40 temp FTM to share vault like there is was on Grim? Yeah, we will launch some farm solutions for Grim and Nurture too on Polygon. I just really very busy with Phantom Launch, and because we have more than 10 servers. It is crazy amount. Off-chain servers for uh, alerts, for contract calls, for everything else. Um, Plus, we launched our DEX to, and it requires TetuSwap website, TetuSwap info page. We launched the graph on Phantom. We and um, we launched our alert system for Phantom. It's already work. Okay, I just busy. I will look at other projects on Phantom a bit later. I know you sent a lot of suggestions. For some ideas I created tasks. We'll do it. We'll do it. No worries. Now our team, we are building two big things. Um, multi-zap solution and multi-swap, plus balancer solution with asset manager as TetuSwap version 2. These two big things, and I hope we will complete it in the end of January, but probably later because it is very complex. During this time, we will launch simple strategies. If we need to form LPs or something else, we can do it for a few hours and focus on. Okay, just be sure that everything fine. What are most excited about on the Tetu roadmap? Is it possible to have covered call option strategies on either Polygon or Phantom? We will have insurance. We will. Yeah, about our investment fund. Right now, what we found investigating opportunities with centrifuge. It is so complex, and I even don't eligible for their KYC because I'm Russian. But I hope we will able to use real world assets for our investment fund. I don't know in which form, but we should be able to do it. What else? Most excited? Do you know we're doing a lot of in parallel, and everything is amazing. Uh, and don't forget about Pawn Shop. Contract is ready and need just UI. I hope MVP will be soon, but I expect mid-February. If mid-February, yeah. As I said before, two guys tried to build a mobile application, not a website, but mobile. But okay, I expect that in the end of this year we should be maximum friendly platform for newbies. Mm, We should make a lot of effort for adoption because we can create a really simple product for new users when they can buy USDC or anything else and invest and earn money. Because who else will use DeFi? Swap something? No, they will use centralized exchange. borrow something. They don't understand why they need to borrow BTC for Ethereum or USDC. They don't understand this use case. For enormous use cases, only I don't know, airdrops, NFTs probably, and yield farming. But yield farming is so complex. I had experience to explain the whole process how to invest in Tether for few guys who don't know how to use DeFi. It is extremely complex, especially when Polygon has fees, unpredictable fees, or something. Okay, he execute MetaMask transaction, and why it not complete? What I should do? Okay, guy, check your PC provider. What a PC pro? What? I'm not programmer. What? I will go to a service who provide me one big button, invest, and earn 3% on USDC. And he will not care where his keys store, what is slippage, what what the strategy will be used. They don't care. They won't be trust to the platform and have easy steps. Without mobile app, it is hard to implement. And yeah, we will try to do it. A bit story time. Okay, but personally, of course, my dream is the second stage, and real world assets and everything else according to this idea. We need to bring value somehow. Probably first steps will be not so profitable and will be very complex and weird, maybe, I don't know. But we need to start this because it is a new market. When you the first on the new market, you will be on the top. It is very important. Um, Maybe adding APR projections for votes could help inform decisions on what to expect out of votes that are warming up. Sometimes develop the most clear and honest system for APR, not so profitable, do you know? when the, because sometimes technically it is true. What we had with CRV Aave, Curva Aave, or something like this. Uh, mm, the most projects use predictions based on external project rewards or something like this. Um, but I prefer your finance system when you show ROI. Technically, it is ROI. It is exact amount what you had, ROI history. And if we're talking about the most honest system, you should count underlying asset price. And if you show profit, you should profit in USDC. Depends on underlying price change, your income, and you will have crystal clear final IPR what you will have after an year. Because um, for newbies, it is not clear that thousands APR can be could not cover the price decrease or something like this. Yeah, and talking about showing prediction, it is not prediction. If you know claimable rewards on external project, you can show it as claimable rewards. Um, It is just two different systems. Just showing external rewards require a lot of integrations on UI, more work, and probably it is a good idea. I thought about this, and maybe we will do it. Um, so if you spent about $3,000 in gas last month, then should we assume if 500 gas sticks, then we're talking about at least an order of magnitude increases for this month. Um, I I can't predict your gas price. Nobody can do it. But even with 500 gas, uh, it is still cheaper than Ethereum, obviously. In Ethereum, it is 1 day cost, probably one call cost. uh, it's some expensive day. Um, let's see. Can we have a general overview of how PanShop will work for the end user, please? I think it'd be a cool thing to get excited about something that's unique to Tether. We will do it. I'm promising we will do it when UI will be ready. Now it is not ready for showing. It is very draft concept and it is very complex. What are labs interesting for Tether to launch on? Um, mm, I think Starknet and Hermes. Uh, Starknet already live. Hermes will live, I guess, in the mid of this year. Um, just need to create proof of concept. Just need to increase my expertise in this question because I don't know a lot of details of technical implementations. These new languages, it is new conceptions of building contracts with compressing transactions and a lot of nuances. Um, what we will launch? Obviously, some kind of yield farming for the start, because I should launch lending, and some decks already exist. It is not so complex, and if we will have a lending platform, we will able to use or for farming solution with or decks and so just migrate or contracts on rollups. But as I said, even EVM compatible networks, you can just copy paste contracts. You you will need to create totally new, I guess. But I don't know. Okay, enough about rollups. I didn't touch it yet. Um, okay, it is my second AMA for today, and I'm a bit tired. um, thank you, guys. Um, I forgot to say Happy New Year! Happy New Year! And have a good holidays if you have. Especially in Russia. In Russia, we have 2 weeks holidays. um, yeah, and see you later. Bye bye.